Okay, let's see if I can get this out this time. This is like take 4. Look, yesterday on Pokemon, we did 2 episodes, and the first one was the old classic, the main character meets someone who is absolutely identical to them in physical appearance, and that someone is a princess, and the two of them change places for a day. And we see the princess getting to spend the whole day interacting with people who are who they are because of their choices in life and the skills they've developed and what they can do and express of their own selves, while the main character spends the whole day smiling and being upright and being perpetually criticized as she works as hard as she can to stay as decorative and polite as possible, fulfilling the unending symbolic duties. And at the end of the day, the princess comes back and says to the main character, "Thank you for this. Thank you so much for giving me one day in which I could make so many memories to strengthen and sustain me as I live out my life of responsibilities to my position." And my child said, "Boy, a princess is an awful thing to be born as." I love this show. But, more normal episode right after that, the princess gave the main character, as a symbol of gratitude, what? A Pokemon! For 2 reasons. 1, because Pokemon, and 2, because the princess wanted her Pokemon that she loves so much, that has been her one comfort, to get to live a life bigger than being her teeny tiny window of breaks from unending ceremony and etiquette. And this was her way of freeing part of her soul, because the show's like that. So now you have our main character stuck with a Pokemon that has spent its entire life being beautiful and airy and doing everything it does with a casual flair, because its job was to help the princess take a breather when she brought it out. And it doesn't respond to, mid-battle, it doesn't respond to orders with any kind of precision or coordination. It's doing its own loop-de-loop, flip, flare thing. And at the end of the episode, our main character Pokemon trainer is saying, "This was my fault. I didn't see that having this gracious, dancing, gentle approach to life is what this Pokemon is. And that in order to use it in a battle, I need to structure my directions to it, my guidance to it, in terms of what it loves and how it naturally sees and approaches the world. And if I just do that, if I make that effort to connect with where it is, it will meet me 100-fold, and it will battle beautifully, airily, gently, dancing, having fun, because that's what it is. And it was my fault. I didn't see the gift. I looked at the feature and I thought it was a bug, but I know better now, and we're going to be okay." This is this show. Like 85 to 90% of this show is messages about parenting that are directed at children, which maybe isn't that surprising, because from the other anime I've seen, mentorship and expecting children to guide other children, and this whole concept of life as a part of connecting and nurturing and letting go seems to be, well, I've got nothing to compare for it in American media. I really don't. Just so many of the episodes revolve around, oh, this is a way of learning, and this is a different way of learning, and this is an aspect of learning, and this is an aspect of teaching, and the way I'm teaching isn't working well, and the most important thing is the connection. All of this, by the way, is about the Japanese version. I've got auditory processing disorder. If you show me somebody's mouth moving in a way that doesn't line up with the language, everything shuts down. I cannot watch dubbed. I have never been able to watch dubbed. So thank you to the fans who subtitle Japanese for English viewers like me. The only thing I know about Pokemon in English is that it has inspired the worst fan homages I could possibly imagine. The special effects are always top-notch, and it's like they went out to the street corner to find the worst actors they could possibly cast. You look at the Japanese fan homages to Pokemon, they are sublime. They're the sort of things I actively watch for mental health, readjustment, recalibration, and restoration. The English little fan films have been uniformly so bad. I still have not found a single one worth sharing with my child. But the main Pokemon series, it's become a central part of how I connect with my kid and how I talk with my kid about everything that gets talked about in Pokemon, which is parenting and being a child and growing and having dreams. And I cannot express how much I love this show.